are back with another Pasión de las Pasiones episode. You see the hats on some of us.
Yeah.
I don't have a hat this time,
but Alex is wearing 3 hats.
Imagine a metaphorical hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alex is wearing 3
hats and a trench coat.
He's just 3 hats and a trench coat. That's all Alex really is.
Yep.
He's always been. Last time we played, it's hard to say last episode because of the way the structure of the game is, but last time we played, we had a lot of near confessions that didn't quite make it. For example, Octavia and Federico almost confessed to each other that they shared feelings for the, lack of a better word, Cesar brothers or Brutus brothers, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if we have a last name. Basically, Cesar asks Octavia to put a hit out on Brutus, and Federico offers Brutus a hit on Cesar. Things are going to get bloody, potentially, at Pasión de las Pasiones.
At unconventional romance.
At unconventional.
All right. So I think we've got to set up these schemes here. Is there a move for that?
Oh, you're the Romero brothers. I just found it on your show.
The Romero brothers, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just checking to see what moves there are. I do believe this is going to be a role for Cesar and Brutus.
To see what happens, right? What do we?
You're going to face certain death.
What's going to get hit put on him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you want to do that?
Well, let's set up what the hit is on Cesar. Who was planning that one? Was that Federico?
That was Federico's planning the hit on Cesar with Brutus.
Yeah.
So do we have to actually think we should, what we should do is set up both of those scenes, and those should just be the first.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you want to do a scene with Brutus and Federico first, and then followed by, or I can do Octavia and Caesar right now, either one.
Let's start with Cesar and Octavia.
We could stick. Oh, okay. All right.
Am I on delay too?
Sure. So yeah, I mean, it seems like some of us are on a slight delay. I do believe I believe Brennan is on a slight delay, at least for me.
Yeah.
But we will muscle through it as any good podcast does. So, or it could be me. Yeah, it could be all of us. Let's actually stop for a minute.
Your lips aren't syncing with your words, Frank.
All right.
That's how I know it's you.
Which is weird because Frank's are with me. Frank's look great on my end.
What is happening? Okay.
I know, right?
And well, the other thing is that, I can hear when Brennan speaks, and it's coming through at about the same time. So
that's interesting.
But that may also be that we're on one timeline and you guys are on another, since we're on the same Wi-Fi.
Wait a minute. First, is it Berenstein or Berenstein Bears? We need to know.
It's Berenstain.
Oh boy.
A-I-N.
Oh my! Just hold on a minute. All right, let's try muscling through because I don't think
the
we're starting anything to
Frankenstein
help at this
Bears.
point.
Is what it is.
Yeah, it's the Frankenstein.
I do suspect that Alex and I are on a delay because Alex is usually going to delay, and if I'm close to time as him, that means we're both.
Welcome to the time.
Oh God, are Z Cavaricci still a thing? Where you are? Is Z Cavaricci still a thing?
What the fuck is that?
Second time it's come up in a podcast in the last month. It's a pair of pants you should not know. Anyway. All right. So yes, we didn't. I don't know if Octavia was going to do the hits. I know Caesar was about to ask Octavia to arrange an accident for Brutus. So
I'm fine with playing that out and seeing if it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So
All right.
set the scene. Where are we?
So where are you when you're having this conversation? Was it someplace that Octavia is comfortable, or someplace that Caesar is comfortable?
Are we still doing the whole thing where we're filming? Are we filming at the same location as the convention? Is that how we play this? Okay, then I think that where we are is I think that we're in my trailer. I think I haven't come out in a bit. Which is so I'm not in my trailer. I'm in Brutus's trailer, which I've taken over as my own. And I'm said that I'm not going to come out until after I talk to Octavia. The show will not go on until I see Octavia.
All right. So you've been summoned to the set, Octavia, of the Rebels and the Dogs.
Yes. I'm looking over our lines and veils sheet, and I see that we have interests in amnesia, sharks, soliloquies, and costume contests. So
I think sharks is definitely a great one. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, so basically this is they're filming in this prestige drama, they're filming the famous shark costume contest scene, which happens in one of the books. It's really
perfect. Absolutely.
And it's happening in the background as extras are walking around and being like blocked, so that because they can't move because they've got these giant shark costumes, they don't know where they are. So production assistants are just walking them through.
Don't forget the part of the book where it turns out there's an actual shark at the costume contest.
That's right. Yes. One production assistant is in the background hosing down a shark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it comes in third.
The shark is totally fine and perfectly alive throughout the whole thing. I just want to clarify that, but it is on land and it's just being hosed down with water. Yeah.
We should establish that one of the extras does die in a shark-related accident, but that shark makes it out fine.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So that's all happening out.
No sharks were harmed in the making of this
episode
television show. Or this
and in the back,
of this podcast.
And there's like branding everywhere for Shark Week, for Discovery HBO Shark Week, Discovery 100%. HBO Max Plus Shark Week. Mm-hmm. All right. Now I feel dirty. We can continue. I came as soon as I heard you needed me, Caesar. What's the matter? Is your dressing room not big enough? Are there two shark adjacent or not close enough?
No, the sharks are fine. The dressing room is fine. I'm all ready for the seat. The problem is that at any moment Brutus could come back and then try and claim this show for himself again. It happened last time. It's going to happen again. I'm getting ready to jump the shark. That is my job today, is to jump the shark. And I cannot have my brother coming in and taking away my great moment.
Yes, that old theater term. I'm so proud of you that you use the lingo. Jump the shark, as in perform expertly.
Yes. When the shark's not chewing all the scenery.
Chewing the scenery? Mm-hmm. That gives me an idea.
Oh.
All right. Do you trust me to handle this potential problem? Of course, I would never have anything to harm you or your lesser brother.
You're not going to harm my brother?
No, I would have never do such a thing. Unless you want me to.
I want my brother to not be a threat to my career anymore.
I see. Well, perhaps there is something that can be done. if he were foolish enough to show his face here again, there'll be no confusing him for you and your talents.
I trust you, Octavia. I trust you to get this done.
Always trust me, my love. Dear child. Okay. Octavia is going... If Brutus does show up, a production assistant will bring him over to go through his blocking, because it's a dangerous night. There's lots of sharks. And it's going to seem as if like we're staging a major shark attack as a way of getting rid of Brutus. But instead, it's going to be like several like lamprey kind of fish, and a bucket full are going to be thrown at his face, which is going to horribly disfigure him.
I love this.
The classic lamprey attack.
The classic switch. The bait being a shark and the switch being a lamprey.
Yes. And I expect this is still the move where you face death or disfigurement. What is the name? I'm so many tabs. What is the name of that move? And it wouldn't be me doing it, right? It's death. To face death. So it would be. So this is Alex, right?
No, it would be.
Because I'm not facing death.
Brutus would be facing death.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, Federico and Brutus need to have a scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's much more fun. Yes.
Well, I've kind of already had my scene with Brutus. I sort of.
Oh, you offered it, right?
I did offer it, and he was like, "Well, I don't want my brother to die, but anything short of that."
You know what?
If I can avoid my brother's death, that would be best. But he didn't specifically take it off the table.
All right. So what's Federico's plan?
Yeah.
Well, Federico knows that the set is very dangerous right now.
Yes.
There's a part where the character does in fact jump over the cosplaying sharks. And this is this has to be done on the cliffside because of the sweeping view of the ocean that goes along with it. So Federico is planning to sabotage Cesar's harness so that he tumbles off the edge of the cliff.
All right.
I just think, we've got this shark, which is obviously a red herring. Nobody's going to make a plan about a shark when there's an actual shark already.
The shark is a red herring.
The shark is a red herring. Fish
metaphor we can possibly.
There are so many. There's so many fish puns. Play on fish words at least.
Yes.
Yeah. And Federico has told Brutus not to come to set today. For that very
I think Brutus is going to come to set anyway.
Well, of course, because we can't know who's the one who got disfigured until after it happens. Right?
That's correct, because something's going to happen to both of them, but then the question is, which one was it?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Or potentially it could be one person who gets both. Lamprey in the face.
Stumbles backwards, the harness fails. All right. Let's roll for your party.
Yeah.
You roll plus your conditions marked.
Oh, well, this will be fantastic.
Well, you want to miss, because on a miss, your death is less certain than you thought.
Wait, who is rolling? Cesar?
Cesar is rolling.
So I'm rolling, which is 2d6. Oh, wait, what's the I have so many things against me because I've acted out. What do you call it? I have
you have 4 conditions, right?
I have conditions.
Yeah,
Thank you. I have 3 conditions. So what am I rolling, and what's the?
You
I
roll
make sure that,
and you add the number of conditions you have, and the higher you roll, the worse it is for you.
So rolling +3. Okay, so 2d6 + 3.
That's correct.
All right, here we go. That's going to be an 11.
Okay. So you faced certain death, and the audience chooses one from the list. So that's us, not you.
Yep.
And when this option is chosen, it's crossed off and no one may use it again. So someone you choose saves you just in time. Take a distinctive but sexy scar, gain a permanent ability, a limp, an eye patch, etc. Become a twisted, evil version of yourself.
Oh my God, we can't.
Suffer amnesia, return with a new face, or wind up in a possibly long-term coma. And everybody but Alex gets to decide on this.
All right. I really so it feels like it has to be either well, I'm exaggerating here. I like new face or I like evil version of yourself. I think there should be so many. I think this one actor is the only actor they've got, and they're gonna just keep remixing his roles. He's the only high caliber actor they have, so he yeah, I think he's gonna come back with like
being
an
a twisted
evil version of Cesar.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Who was already the evil twin?
That's correct.
So here's okay. I'll let you guys do your thing, and then I have a follow-up. So pick what you want, and then let me know.
Become a twisted evil version.
Evil version.
I think. Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Have we set the scene now for this character to become the twisted evil one because of the actions?
Yeah. Let's deal with this. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to immediately, since we're setting this up, I'm going to use one of my moves called "It Wasn't Me." That when a scene has been set up for you or your twin, you can mark a condition to switch them. So I'm going to make it so this whatever is about to happen is happening to my brother
Brutus.
and not me.
Yes.
To Brutus and not me.
I think a twisted evil version of Brutus is actually awesome.
And the best part about this is in order to do that, I have to mark another condition, which sends me over the edge.
To a meltdown.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So I think that
you're in a meltdown.
If we're gonna say that it's
righteous.
if we're gonna my meltdown, so I'll read it. I'll read it for the audience right now. It's for too long you have measured your success by your twin. No more. You claim the thing they treasure. You maybe you enjoy riches, power, or delights you stole. Maybe you light it up and watch it burn. Tomorrow you'll surely have to face your twin, but tonight you'll show that you can take their life if you wish it. So I think that Brutus is going to come to set, and I'm going to maybe have seen them tampering with the rigging, and graciously let Brutus do the scene. And step down. I'm going to step down and give him back his show.
And of course, Federico specifically told Brutus not to come. So, of course, that can't be Brutus getting up on the rigging.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Because you warned him.
I warned him.
All right. So Brutus gets into the faulty rigging.
Oh, my goodness.
As he's doing the stunt where he's jumping over the sharks, a bucket full of lampreys falls upon him.
This is amazing. I love this game so much.
Causing the harness to fail. And he goes tumbling over the edge of the cliff to an uncertain fate.
Love it. Love it.
As far as the audience knows, Brutus is dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Federico looks triumphantly over the cliff edge. And I think that's when Cesar, appears. And Federico will say to Cesar, Brutus, I told you not to come to set today.
This is legitimately shocking.
Yeah.
I think that's a reveal.
Yes, you did tell him he shouldn't come to set today.
Tell him. Oh, what?
Then that means, and Federico looks down at the cliff edge in horror.
Yes.
And
I've got a show to do, and then I walk away.
And that's where the episode ends.
I've got a shark to jump.
Wow.
I've got a shark to jump. Yes.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
It's definitely something you don't want to say towards the climax of your season. I've got a shark to jump. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be
Yeah.
I don't think a telenovela can actually jump a shark.
No.
Don't they do that
literally, yes.
The whole thing is so ridiculous that there is no point where it becomes too ridiculous to be in the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the only way you can jump a shark is literally by jumping over a shark, which we just did.
Yeah. Nice. So that was basically one move, but it took us a little while to get us there.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think
now.
Here's I guess my question: what happens now that I've melted down?
All right. So
does
you clear your conditions? I believe. Let me look. We're going to melt down. Read the meltdown. Act the requirements of your tasks. At the end of a scene where you completed the action of your meltdown, clear all conditions.
Perfect. I think that sending my brother to potential death counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you are still the evil version of Cesar, right?
No.
So am I the evil version of Cesar, or is Brutus coming back as the evil version of Brutus?
Because I think Brutus is coming back as the evil version of Brutus.
Yeah.
He was the one facing certain death.
Yes.
So now we're going to see a Brutus that's even more evil than Cesar.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because Brutus was kind of a stand-up guy.
I'm the good brother now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're kind of like selfish and self-centered, but like you're not as evil as Brutus is going to be when he comes back.
That's right, man.
And he's going to have all those lamprey sucker marks on his face too. So we'll be able to...
Which, of course, will be easily concealed with makeup. But Tavia and Federico, let's have your scene. Tap off.
I think now is the best time for us to like sort of come to terms with our feelings for these brothers.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
We got to tip our hat a little bit. All right.
Think,
who else would be?
Yeah. Well, let's set the scene. So, where do you think this is going to happen? At the funeral for Brutus?
The onset memorial. The onset memorial. It's literally the next working day by services.
Oh my God. That's awful. I love it.
That's awful. They're not going to lose a whole day of shooting. So I suppose...
Just because somebody fell off a cliffside, they're not going to lose a whole day of shooting.
Yeah, seriously.
I suspect that
the producer is intoning. As we know, Brutus's body was not recovered due to the riptides that exist at the bottom of that cliff.
He's reading it very, very awkwardly, like trying not to stare directly into the camera, reading off cue cards. They got somebody on set to do it real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Octavia, so we do know it's Brutus who passed. Okay.
Yes.
Octavia is dressed all in black veil, black gossamer, everything. Like, it's beautiful, like a wedding gown, but black. And she approaches Federico.
Federico is dressed as he normally is because he wears suits all the time. And also he has to get back to running the convention as soon as this is over.
Of course.
He's standing there and the glasses glint is hiding his eyes, but there's like a single tear streaking down his cheek, right?
It's definitely like costume makeup, but like it's not.
It's like somebody poured a water bottle, so like his whole cheek is wet, but it's supposed to be a single tear.
Different cuts, it's on different cheeks. Federico, I wish to give you my sincere condolences for the loss of Brutus.
Normally, I would think that you are playing a power game, but considering the tragedy that just occurred, I'm going to believe that you're sincere for once in your life.
I reach out for your hand and grab it and hold it between my two. I say, I know that this is more than just a tragedy for the convention and for the dog show. I forgot the name of it. Right. But also personally for you. Whatever. Basically, affirming your entire thesis that I had no interest in this at all. And I took the away from you for many reasons.
Yeah.
But I know that I suspect that Brutus meant more to you personally than you have let on. And as you said, this is not the time for power plays. I'm being sincere with you. I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Octavia. For once, I'm at a loss for words.
Try. This is your... It is a shame to go through life without telling the people we love that we love them. And while this is already too late, this memorial service, craft services, is your last chance. Tell Brutus how you feel.
And Federico looks out onto the ocean as, the sun glistens on the water into which the one man he's ever truly coveted fell. And he says, I had always been good at what I do. And what I do is be in control. And I thought maybe I could use that for somebody who truly deserved it, someone who had the passion, the drive, the intelligence to take what I could give them and to make something of it. And I thought Brutus was that man. But the problem with constantly playing games and pulling strings and treating everyone as pawns is that it's hard to notice when the pawn has become a queen.
That's beautiful. Octavia bows her head solemnly as Federico sort of walks out after that lovely soliloquy. and then like looks very like sad about the entire thing because Cesar has changed and maybe she didn't get what she thought she got out of all this. But just before the episode closes, she turns to the camera and reveals a comically overlarge tape recorder that was recording the soliloquy and hit stop. And she looks connivingly at the camera. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but it may pay off.
And this has been Unconventional Romance. Perhaps we will return to Pasión de las Pasiones in the future. But for now, this is the end of this story. Until next.
Yes. I love this. This was an awesome game. This is a lot of fun. Yes, it was.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would not be opposed to once a year making a short sick arc and bringing back this game.
I think that would be fantastic, but we do have to take better notes. Yeah.
I think we did okay this time compared to what we usually do, though. So there's that. We're improving.
As far as taking notes, yes.
I agree.
Yes, definitely. This is a lot of fun. I know maybe we should just do, instead of recording a separate postmortem, really fun game. Amazing. The tools do help build out what feels like a soap opera. I know there are significant differences between like an American soap opera and a Spanish language soap opera and lots of different ones, but I can feel like I see how it fits into the broad aesthetic, and I love it. It really was great.
Yeah.
No.
Anyone have any particular?
I would say, when we were starting, I was wondering how the system was working, whether it was working for us. But once we got into the characters, it just rolled. So
I think that's the thing, right? I feel like the other thing is at first we were kind of playing like a typical role-playing game where we were like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do and blah, blah, blah. But then we were like, let's go gonzo. And that's when I think that we really hit the ground running. When we started doing stuff like, constant bus trips and sharks on set. And, you were always taking away my puppets as a child and things like that. When we really leaned into the ridiculousness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Can I just say that the lines and veils thing, we went through the work to set this stuff up in the beginning. It really helped. I had no idea what we started this game, this session, this night off, not really sure where we were going other than the fact that there was tensions were high. And then just looking at it was like, well, clearly there has got to be a costume contest involving sharks because we said we wanted that and it has to come up.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to use these as seeds to make actions go.
100%.
All right. Yeah, I think that was a blast, and I definitely do it again. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This Absolutely. Could be our regular. We could, Alex said, we could just do an arc of this once a year and have that be our sick day in the pocket thing.
Yeah.
Fun. I hope you guys liked it out there in podcast and videocast land. If you do, let us know. If you don't let us know. We can't handle it. Just ghost us. It's better. Just better all the way around. I don't want to deal with it.
Either that or find our evil
we love you.
Cesar to replace us.
Yeah.
Yes, that'll do. I think next season might actually be where the supernatural stuff goes nuts. The puppet shows up that they brought up, because once the longer a show goes, the weirder it gets.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Right. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Well, after the fall, the only thing we could do to save him was to put his brain in the puppet.
Right.
While they're working on his body, which is being de-lampreyed right now as we speak.
Yes.
They kept his soul alive in the puppet. Makes perfect
sense. He's got a severe case of face lamprey.
Yeah, he's got a severe case of face.
It writes itself, really. It writes itself.
I'm so glad.
This is the worst lamperism I've ever seen.
Lamperism.
So
that's the crossover for the latest season of Grey's Anatomy. The characters come in as lampreyed. Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.